Welcome back to vlog 9. This is Growth Coach 007, the James Bond of Growth, and you can find me on Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook page at Growth Coach 007. Today's topic that I would like to elaborate on for you is loving yourself. Why do you have to love yourself? Well, guess what? If you don't love yourself, then you love no one else. The reason you're alive today, the reason that you're living today is because you have some form of love for yourself. You basically believe in yourself to a certain extent. But I'd like to teach you a little trick. Whenever you feel like killing yourself, I want you to do this. I want you to get your hands and I just want you to hope. I want you to use hope as your go-to method for whenever you want to kill yourself, because when you use hope, you're hanging on there, and you will never let yourself go because you have hope. Hope keeps you alive. If you have ever heard the saying, you can die 4 minutes without a breath, or you can die 2 weeks without food, 3 days without water, but you can die, you will die straight away without hope. And it's true. If you have hope, as long as you have hope, you will still be alive. And sorry that I didn't say that perfectly for you, but you can go and check it out. So when you love yourself, you have hope. And as long as you have hope, you're alive. But the reason I want you to love yourself even more is because I want you to have perfect skin. I want you to have the perfect body. I want you to be able to get the woman. I want you to be able to get the guy. I want you to be able to attract financial freedom. I want you to be able to have the wisdom. I want you to be able to build a business. I want you to be able to have a high reputation, because that all involves taking care of yourself and loving yourself. Because as soon as you love yourself, you're going to love others. No one's going to love you if you don't love yourself, and you have to keep improving yourself, because that's the only way you are going to love yourself. Once you start loving yourself more and more daily, you also start loving others more and more. You start to be selfless more and more instead of selfish. You start to improve your mindset. You start to go around changing the world. You start to basically teach people, and you start to be at seminars. You start to do everything that your life needs to improve. And that's the only way you're going to improve, is through self-love. You need to be reading, because as soon as you start reading, that's telling you that you are loving yourself. You need people around you who basically lift you up. Not necessarily hang out with you. You don't want people who just hang out with you. You want people who are basically loving you to the point that they are giving you value and they are lifting you up. As soon as you are around people who are loving you enough to lift you up, that's the moment you start becoming better. If you dislike yourself right now, it's because you are around people who dislike you, and it's because you are around people who dislike themselves. You are who you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with your parents who smoke cigarettes, you are also going to smoke cigarettes. If you associate with people who eat meat, you are going to eat meat. All I'm saying is you must question who you hang out with. You must question what you listen to on a daily basis. If you are listening to the news, they are basically selling you a lot of lies about why you cannot make it. But as soon as you shut off the TV and you start listening to positive material, you'll find that you'll start loving yourself much, much more. The reason you must love yourself is because you want to succeed, you want to grow, and you want to be able to set goals. And the only way you can set goals is through having a pen, and you need a paper. And then once you set goals and you make goals, that is you loving yourself. You need to be able to self-reflect, and you need to be able to keep growing even when you are tired. Because guess what? The more you grow, the more you are in discomfort, and the more you get into discomfort, the more you're going to love yourself in the future. The measure of how much you love yourself is the measure of how much you will succeed. I promise you that if you love yourself 100%, you are giving life 100%. As soon as you take a toxic substance like cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, caffeine inside your body, that means that you have some form of guilt and shame about who you are. And I want you to love yourself enough to stay away from those things so that you can release that guilt and shame that you have, so that you can brighten up your personality, and so that you can have a better attitude in the future, so that you can go out and inspire the world through your self-love. Because the only way you're going to inspire people, if I want to tell you the truth, and I will tell you the truth, is the only way you will ever inspire people is through loving yourself. You will never inspire people through being selfish. The only way you will inspire people is through giving them value. You must give people value. But first, you need to be selfish. You have to be selfish in order to be selfless. I'm not saying that you must be selfish all the time. Yes, you must be selfish to the point where you can get to the point where you must be selfless. You cannot just be selfless. You have to give yourself enough love to get to the point where you can give value to others, where you can give a lot of love to others. Because as soon as you are giving more of yourself to others and you are not giving yourself enough love, that is when you start to die. That is when you can kill yourself. If you have seen Robin Williams, the guy did everything for everyone else. He made everyone else happy, but he did not make himself happy, and that's why he hung himself. And I don't want you to do the same. I don't want you to kill your parents. I don't want you to kill yourself. I don't want you to kill anyone, because that's what happens when you don't love yourself. So I'll tell you a bit about my experience. I was a person who had a lot of emptiness inside me. I had basically a lot of hatred and resentment for the world because I wasn't getting the things that I deserved, and I was treated poorly because I was doing the wrong things. I wasn't loving myself, and that's why no one else was loving me, because I basically wanted to do drugs, I wanted to smoke cigarettes, and I wanted to kill myself and neglect myself, because those are the kinds of people I was hanging around with. And because I was doing that, I was dragging myself down to the point where I was diagnosed as a schizophrenic, and then I gained 47 kilograms on medication that I was on for 5 years. And then I had to start reading to improve myself. But it wasn't until I started to read until I started to improve myself. The only reason I am here today is because I started to read. And that's why you need to start reading, because the more you start reading is the more you basically start to love yourself. Because once you have daily encouragement, once you have encouragement daily, you are going to be inspired. And once you have inspiration every single day, you're going to start doing things. You're going to start taking action. And the more action you take, that means you are loving yourself even more. If you have ever heard of Tony Robbins, I want you to go check him out. Once you check this guy out, this guy's going to motivate you. He's going to inspire you. He's going to give you that punch that you need to grow and to better yourself. But once you start loving yourself, that is when you can achieve anything you set your mind to. But you must be willing to do that. You must be willing to improve yourself. You must be willing to start from where you are right now, so that you can expand your reality, your context. Your context is your reality. And you must work with your mindsets. You must work with yourself. You must work with others. If you plan to succeed, and if you plan to have a company today, you must be willing to work with yourself to improve yourself so that you can improve others. Because when you improve others, that is when you have a business. You can only improve others when you have a business, when you have a skill set to do it. And you have to improve a certain skill set that you want to achieve, that you want to have, so that you can build your business through that skill set, and so that you can expand it into the world, so that you can go around the world traveling, and so that you can earn a lot of money doing what you love to do while you love yourself. So I hope I've taught you something in this video. I'm thankful that you are watching this video, and you can find me at GrowthCoach007 on Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook page, and also my Instagram. Also, if you have any questions for me below, please comment below for me and I would love to answer your questions. If you also have learned something from this video, I want you to write below what you have learned and I will also add more value to you personally. So thank you very much, and also I would like for you to subscribe to my videos, and I would really appreciate you to comment below whatever you want so that I can just communicate with you. But if you have any questions for me, please comment below and I would love to answer you. With that all said, I would love to see you in the next video, which is vlog 10, and I hope I have helped you, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.